Hey guys, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys doing? And hey,
Okay.
Jason.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
hey.
I'm in
Have
this
you met
too.
Have you met my friend Jason?
Hi. Yeah, I heard you guys are going to be co-captains this year, so we're going to see two faces for Tantrum. Is
I
that
figure
true?
people want to be a little more entertained. Yeah.
That's
There's
the dream.
some sweet shots they missed last year of Jason dancing that really I need to give them the ability to focus on.
No, I think that was ideal that got all cut out. That was just, you have to show up as an audience member to see that kind of action.
It really drives the ticket sales.
No, that's ready for prime time. But yeah, no. Managed to keep some stuff chugging, but.
Do you normally get mic'd up, Jason? Like when you're going to fight?
Yeah, they whenever we've done it in the past, they normally mic Aren and I up. And I don't know what they're recording for me because I'm normally in the background, like jumping, trying to see what's going on. I've been known to root against us in the Tombstone fight. After a while, I turned back into just being a Tombstone fan. I'm like, yeah, get him! Oh no, that's our robot! And it was really, really difficult.
It's too bad they didn't use any of that footage. That would have been great.
I think so.
The end of that fight was a lot of laughing by a lot of people.
Yeah,
that was pretty epic. Yeah. So you guys are in different states, right? California and Michigan. I think California's pretty locked down now.
Yeah, we're in shelter in place, 6 feet distance if you do have to go to grocery stores, etc. Happily, I still have garage access, and we've got a decent amount of stuff here. So I've been able to chug along with minimal crew and still making some progress. So just did some welding and some stuff yesterday.
Well, you work on Sean's garage, right?
Correct.
So do you have any issues like driving over to his house, or is he like pretty close proximity to you?
He's not too far away.
Oh, cool.
So it's worked out. Nobody has stopped me and it's like, what are you doing? Robots.
Yeah. Tantrum shirt. Yeah.
You don't recognize this from the one fight against Tombstone?
Well, I think shelter in place is like one step below actually having to stay home, right? I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like
technically, I think you can get arrested for a misdemeanor, basically if you're being an idiot in public. Like it is at that level at this point in time. So
that's why I'm not allowed out anymore.
Yep, just only that.
So are you still going into work, Aren, or are you guys everyone working remotely?
No, we've been working remotely a week and change now, so it's definitely been an adjustment. I work at Oris Health surgical stuff, so building cool surgical robots is a little interesting to do from a living room, etc. But Jason, have you started working from home yet?
I have been the last week, going on 2 weeks now. I'm in the unique situation. I've been able to do more testing being at home than in the office. We make automated litter boxes. So I've been able to spend more time with my cat at home observing how he uses the litter box instead of our office cats.
I feel like you're kidding, but I know you're serious. So
I
100% serious
about my work.
Unless you've been using that litter box yourself.
It's the fun part was we had a meeting this morning, a video conference, and the owner, the CEO of the company, I'm like, hey, wait a second. And I got to share a screen of the waste drawer of my litter box to show how it was filling based on a project we're working on. So basically I got to send the owner a picture of crap.
Nice. Did you have to use your phone and like stick your phone like down in the poop?
Oh, no. I already had it saved and documented on the server. I just wanted to make sure he could see it too.
Well, you were telling me you pretty much had to set up your office to work remotely, right? You weren't really ready for that.
He's also the IT department.
I am an IT department of one. Yeah, we've never done engineering remotely at our office, so it was a mass panic of collecting laptops both at work and at home and resetting them up to get all our CAD licenses and VPN access working. So it was interesting, but we're all up and running and working pretty well mobily. And we even got our 3D printers set up so we can send prints to them, and they'll softly make stuff away alone in the shop.
That's like I've got a Prusa at home and have managed to print a couple things for work. Just to, it's like, okay, I can, okay, hey, right there, okay. It's been convenient to have toys at home to continue working with.
That's nice.
So
before Battle Lots got postponed, how were you guys doing with Tantrum? Were you guys pretty much done or
no, I've got. Well, we're a better track than the last 2 years. But basically, I've got 2 chassis for the most part welded up and bolted up. This last billet this year, to the disappointment of some. I'm sorry. And chugging along. I got a couple new tidbits as far as like new motor module setups. There's 4 of those per robot. I'm really happy with how nice they look. I'm hoping people ask where I bought them, because we made them all. And then just to make people like Jason happy, those things are getting a little more easy to swap. So like, here's a drive rail.
Oh my god,
it's tiny.
Your robot's so tiny.
Yeah, have you noticed? I really hope we get to face Chomp, just because how big Chomp is. It's so big.
Do you know how big it is? I mean, it looks huge from the pictures, but it's hard to get a sense of scale.
There's a sense of scale from seeing a water part of one of their water jet blanks. I think it's like a 4-foot square.
Oh yeah, she was like holding it
territory.
up, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
But yeah, it's a robot this big next to a robot. That's a mega monolith. I feel like it's a boss fight. Like.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
I'm convinced Aren changed the design strategy, because we always argue custom versus COTS, and I'm always on the pro COTS side. So then he goes and develops this sweet motor module and stuff and puts it out. It just
looks COTS.
It looks COTS. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Yeah, let's buy all of those. And then he's like, yeah, so we're pressing the windings onto a shaft and we're putting. I'm like, wait a minute, I thought they were COTS. Turns out they're COTS from Tantrum.
If you build enough of them, they're COTS.
That's the dream.
Yeah, I got 10 of them. I got built up. So we're currently planning on the 2 fully functional robots and ready to role plan. So.
Wow, going full bite force on this thing, huh?
And being easier to swap stuff.
Wow, we're gonna go from 0 to 2.
Yeah.
Are you 100% more likely that it'll work if there's 2, or is it reverse likelihood?
That's what
I don't know. Well, we'll see. Diagnosing problems is gonna be a lot faster. Last year, if I wanted to get to a speed control in the drivetrain, it was like an hour, and that was not good. So we had some issues in our.
No more billet frame this year.
Yeah, so our fight with Yeti last year, we went into it with a dead drive module because we had an ESC die in the test box and weren't able to get it swapped in time. So it's like, this is going to drive like garbage. Match starts. Yep, drives like garbage. Oh dear. And then
that's not because one of your ESC died.
Ouch.
That's why all the fundamentals are changed.
I have a nice highlight reel from this China competition we went to. We did okay.
Yeah,
it drove fine there.
It looked really
drove
good.
fine there.
Yeah. So you did you make changes for KOB, or did you just get lucky with it working?
A lot of it. Well, if you notice over the course of the season for us last year, the robot just got progressively less spiky as it went on. With regards to stuff getting stuck on top and what hits and things stopping the disc from hitting people, etc. So for China, we just made a revamped set of shoulder stops and ran nothing else, and the floor is a lot nicer. So they're actually running individual, we call them scissor bits, so wedgelets up front, and those did a heck of a lot better job. So plus we're facing different people, like every situation is different.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we pretty much just watched your matches in the China at the Kino box because, it's hard to watch the whole thing because you don't understand what's happening. So we just like fast forward. Oh, well, there's this robot. We just watch that.
I got Okay, this is the coolest trophy you can get, by the way. It's a dragon head. We removed it in a match in this state.
When your weapon was working that time?
Yeah, we punched the head off.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the coolest things I can say. Also, we do have a Spectre Tooth. Because we punched that off, too. They won that match, but we still punched the tooth off. So
I don't think I saw that match with you against Spectre.
No, I don't think we saw it.
We ended with 2 of the wedgelets stuck in 2 saw slots.
That's
and
impressive.
just not able to move. It's very firmly stuck in there. So, yeah. That gave us
a young team.
Enough.
You could say we were learning a lot of lessons.
No, I love the concept of the punching spinner on Tantrum, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the new, very tested and revised one. Because you guys, since you went to Cobb, it's essentially like a whole other event in between BattleBots, so pretty unique.
Yeah, well, the initial intent behind going over there was getting another event before last year's BattleBots. But then schedules ended up with them flipped. It's like, oh, okay, of getting some miles on it before BattleBots. But we definitely, there was enough promise shown over there. It's like, okay, we'll do another rev on this one and see what happens.
So you have pretty big changes for Tantrum this year, or what? Can you?
A little more back to cartoon character roots. Separate Self Raider. We ended up 2 matches last year upside down, and in this case, it's literally just raising fists in the air.
Oh.
And those fists are also adding flamethrowers on there. Because you got to get in the promo shots. So
I feel like every team is adding flamethrowers this year.
No, tell them the real reason.
The real reason?
The real reason we have flamethrowers.
To get a pit by the door, which happens to also be next to Witch Doctor.
That's a good reason.
That's literally my reason.
Maybe you could take Blacksmith's pit. Since I don't think he's coming.
That's last I heard he's not.
Right. Yeah. Something about buying a lake house. I don't know.
Yeah, BattleBots is a tough commitment, so I'm not surprised to see some teams sitting out, a season every once in a while. I know every time at the end of build season, we're like, I don't know if we could ever do this again, and then we go and see all our friends and have a bunch of fun, and we're like, yay, we're doing this again. So it's like
clearly this is a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's say, our first, from our perspective, season 3 Tantrum was the first combat robot any of us had made. And it was a real steep learning curve because we also were wanting to do something new, and it beat the crap out of itself and us. And then last year, after learning a bunch of lessons, did better, but still growing pains with a new concept. So it's like, all right, we're looking forward to next rev of an existing concept where we know a lot more about it. See how that goes. So
sounds good. So do you have a drivable robot yet, or no?
We built a full prototype of the drive base in the off season.
Oh, that's right.
Off season.
Use it at Ruckus?
Yeah, we brought it down there, but I was busy racing go-karts, and then some heavies breached the box, so I didn't get to play with it.
Oh.
But yeah, so I got a lot more confidence in drivetrain stuff, and then if we really wanted to, we could probably get a drive base running around this weekend. But I'm not. I'm moving slower.
Because you're also working alone.
Because what world are we living in?
Yeah. I think everybody's kind of the same mentality. Like we're so close to finishing, and then we're like, oh, what? Delayed? 95% done.
It's just hard to find the motivation when you turn on the TV and it sounds like the world is ending, and robots seem kind of frivolous all of a sudden. But we got to go back to normal at some point, so we're trying to work on it.
Cheat that by not having a TV. Computers do the same thing though, so whatever.
Yeah. Social media might be worse.
Yeah, the news is
there's definitely been some contemplation with regards to arbitrary skill set here. How can this actually help in terms of, I've seen all the printer communities going to town, etc., on trying to make stuff to help, but I'm like, I think I can do a step better than that, but I don't know what that is. So trying to figure that out.
Working in medical devices, just having makers build medical devices is a terrifying thought, because we normally go through such
Oh, yeah.
long regulatory processes, and we know like how many things can go wrong. So we have
what is sterilizable, what is
yeah. And it might work
That's-
great for 12 hours, but if it messes up once and the patient dies, that's like such a huge liability, you know.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great effort. I don't know how they're going to balance that risk, you know.
That and all the groups I've seen, it's like, okay, you are a large group of very motivated people who lacks correct direction.
Yeah.
Because there's too many of you to wrangle. It's like, hey, let's set up a 1,000-person company here and have no power structure. Like, best of luck with the outcomes you're aiming for. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
there's
a
a lot
tricky
of
one
good
to
stuff
wrangle.
coming out, but I think it's hard to filter through what's really good stuff and what's kind of people with good intentions, you know.
Yeah, one of the other teammates, Alex down at UCSD, they got roped into doing some stuff, and they're working on, I think, making the actual sticks for swabs for tests.
Mm.
And he actually is playing with a thing right now. He had a printer running, and it was 10 minutes per stick, effectively. And then he just wrote some custom G code for it, and it just, you know how the Mark IV does that like purge strip at the back that's real big? He just did that with varying speeds, and it took it from 10 minutes to 40 seconds per stick of just pooping it out. It's like, okay, that's what you need to be doing with printers, like in terms of more time effective.
Right.
Yeah, when precision's not that important, it just needs to be roughly this shape.
Yeah.
They need some out of the box thinking, out of the litter box thinking.
I did spend an evening trying to figure out what can I do with this multifaceted skill set. I started getting down back into some UVC LEDs for surface sterilization, and I have a couple in the office that I was going to pick up and just see what I could do with those, because they're actually still purchasable and available. But just like you guys said, it's hard to determine like how much am I helping to how much am I giving a false shield or a false sense of security that's actually hindering, and it's trying to research enough to balance that out and make sure that, you know, at the end of the day, you know exactly what you're offering and not giving people a false sense of security.
Yep.
So how's Michigan these days, Jason?
It's crazy as ever. So it's been kind of in the 40s and the last couple days, and then I woke up, there was 2 inches of snow, and then it's supposed to be 50 again this week. We just got our official shelter in place Monday. Like I said, we've been kind of in that situation for the last week anyways. So that's been kind of interesting. Like I said, we've been doing prints and stuff back at work, but now that we're at shelter in place, probably won't be able to go and pick that up anymore, although we have office cats, so I think I have an excuse to go there to make sure they have food and water.
I thought you were going to say you could train the cats to clear the print beds and then...
That's the R&D department. They're working on that.
We're getting to it.
I'm hoping to find the motivation at some point in time to start making more content for BattleBots related stuff, but we'll see. I mean, like there's an optimum, like, hey, but this isn't okay anymore. You can't fist bump people anymore. It's like, or just wave at a distance.
Yeah, we missed out on that.
Yeah, we missed the boat on the no handshakes.
So. Not too late, I don't think.
We could put a glove on it.
There you go.
You have to wash it with like soap first and then fist bump something.
That'd be a big glove.
That would be a sweet PSA we could do where we use the fist to show the proper 20 seconds of washing hands.
It's like,
I'm expecting this video in the next 7 days.
all right,
today,
Jason,
tomorrow.
I'm gonna mail you a fist.
I think I can print out another.
Yeah, I'm gonna delegate this one. Just
Yeah, that's the tricky part about already being remote from each other is I get all the odd tasks and team works, like t-shirts and design work and make a video with this fist.
If this quarantine lasts for a while, we'd like to get back in touch in a few weeks and see if you've built any more of the robot or if you're still holding on to your sanity.
I want to see if Aaron,
whatever,
grows a quarantine beard.
An apathy beard? Yeah, no. I learned my lesson on that one. Doesn't work.
All right.
All right.
Nice talking to you guys.
Well, good talking to you
Bye,
too.
friends.
Bye.